Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our special day. My name is Ammons, and I'm a member of the Global MBA OD5 cohort, and it's a special honor to be chosen to speak on behalf of such a phenomenal group. When I tell you about some of the accomplishments of this class, you'll understand why. I'd like to first start off by saying thank you to Dr. Cabrera, Dr. Valencia, Dr. Shipper, the faculty and staff at Thunderbird for creating such a wonderful program. I would also like to say thank you to Novartis Pharmaceutical Corporation, where I work, for their financial and moral support in pursuit of my MBA. I know I speak for all the graduates when I say a special thank you to all the family and friends that are here supporting us, even on our last day as students. We realize that this has been as much of a sacrifice for you as it has been for us. I'm sure there were many days when you felt like we cared more about those books, classes, and computers than you, but we didn't. So everyone, please join me in giving a round of applause to our friends and family. My first task as representative is to award our Most Outstanding Professor Award. I must say that this proved to be one of the most challenging aspects of the program with so many great professors. The voting was tough, the lobbying was fierce, and the separation from top to bottom was very small. But in the end, Professor Roy Nelson was selected as our most outstanding professor. Now my address. As I prepare for this moment, I had to reflect on what has transpired over the past 2 years. And the one thing that came to mind was an interview I saw with Wayne Gretzky, probably the greatest hockey player ever. So good, he was nicknamed the Great Gretzky. The interviewer asked him, why was he so good, even though he wasn't the biggest player or the fastest skater? And Gretzky responded by saying that the thing that made him great was his ability to anticipate where the puck was going and not where it had been. That shows you that you don't have to be superhuman to be great. It could be as simple as being a visionary. But what does it truly take to be a visionary? I believe it takes 3 things: education, experience, and expertise. First of all, I'd like to share with you a small sampling of the business education we've received at Thunderbird through the eyes of our class's most fierce cultural shopper, Drew Smith. During our regional business class in Santiago, Chile, Drew was determined to find some alpaca yarn. It was speculated that he intended to start a sweater manufacturing business when he returned. Well, we'd like to say thanks to Professor McDonald in Business Communications, who enhanced our ability to communicate clearly and succinctly to our staff and partners that he found the yarn. Thanks to Professor Ferris in accounting for showing us how to track the purchase across all financial statements. Thanks to Professors Nelson, Barberendi, and Goddard for helping us decide whether to sell in Latin America, Europe, or Asia. Thanks to Professor Hisrick in Global Enterprise for showing us how to start and fund our company. Thanks to Professor Buchanan in Global Marketing for helping us determine who our customers are and how to market to them. Thanks to Professors Booth and Keith in Global Finance for showing us the proper capital structure for the company. Thanks to Professor Hussein for reminding us to run no less than 5,000 iterations to determine how much demand there will be. And finally, Professor Walsh in Global Negotiations for helping us design a win-win contract with our distributors. So we have the education. What about experience? Experience is not something we lack either. We have people in this class who make airplanes and people who fly them. We have people who design engines and people who make them better. We have people who build structures and people who knock them down. We have 1 MD, 1 PhD, 1 JD, 9 with Masters of Arts or Masters of Science degrees already, 5 with other MBAs, and 2 that scored over 750 on the GMAT. We also have a superhuman mother in our class that had the unenviable job of trying to complete this program while nurturing her family over 3 continents and 4 languages just in her household. I would also like to make a special mention of one of our classmates that couldn't make the graduation today because he's on his 2nd tour of duty in Afghanistan. Captain Ellen Bailey of the U.S. Army is on duty keeping us safe so we can enjoy this day in peace. Thanks, Ellen, for your continued sacrifice, and we look forward to seeing you when you return home. So we have the experience too. Next, expertise. It's something that is said you gain when you've made enough mistakes, but not with this class. This class has been entrusted with leading some of the world's global companies like Novartis Pharmaceuticals, Honeywell, Intel, Boeing, Amazon, American Express, Johnson & Johnson, GE, Michelin, and many others. But there is one thing we have become experts at, and it's doing many things at once successfully. Over the past 2 years, we've had to use most of the technology tools to conduct this complex orchestra called a global MBA. Tools such as My Thunderbird, Blackberries, cell phones, Skype, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, Google Mail, Google Docs, Yahoo Messenger, MSN Messenger, webcasts, podcasts, web conferences, teleconferences, and the hours of classroom time, airport rendezvous, and breakout groups. This has been evidence of this expertise as we've had 6 promotions, 10 job changes, 2 engagements, 2 weddings, and some of us have had more time than others with the addition of 9 new Thunder babies. So the business world can be assured that this class knows how to multitask and produce, no pun intended. In conclusion, one of the buzzwords we hear in business all the time is adding value. To all the graduates, I say to you, you have the education and experience, and hopefully you're developing your expertise to be visionaries. So the greatest value add you can bring to your country, your community, your company, and your family is to be a visionary. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey to level 5 leadership. A special thanks from our class goes to Imbal Lapid, our class president, and Jared Payne, our vice president, for your leadership over the past 2 years. We know it's difficult herding cats, especially when they're your peers. Finally, to Thunderbird, we owe this wonderful institution a lifetime debt of gratitude for helping us better anticipate where the puck is going. Thank you.